Describe Norton Football Club as a club and how long you've been there.
Up there from the beginning. We formed in 1992. Norton Football Club took its name from a housing block in a rough estate in southwest London, Stockwell Park Estate. We've had some really good players come through our ranks and go on to play semi-professional football. We really do move the ball around, and lots of even referees have said, you know what, you guys were outstanding, or you should have won that game 20-0, things like that. So players like George are very much in the mode of Norton Football Club. Very skillful, very individual, very talented. George at his best, footballer, match winner, hands down match winner. The difference between 11 players, easily at his best. At his best, unplayable. When I say unplayable, I mean unplayable. It's amazing. You just can't get the ball off him. He can score goals out of nothing. He had such speed of thought. Now, there are individuals that they say that the first 2 yards are in their head, and he knew what he was going to do with the ball before the ball got to him. So in that respect, he was a very intelligent player.
So he seems to have a fixation with the number 10. Mm-hmm. Can you shed some light on that?
You know, the deft left foot, which what George is, he's a left footer more than anything, with the ability to go right occasionally. I'd say that fixation with number 10 came from the number 10 being the main man when it came to football. And when George plays football for most teams, generally he's the main man.
When did you first meet George?
I'd say all in all is that I knew of George a long time ago, even before we started speaking, because as a coach or a manager, I make it my business to identify good players and try and get them. So it was no coincidence that George ended up playing football for the team that I ended up managing. The moment I knew that he could be persuaded, then that was it.
Are there any standout moments?
Yeah. I remember George doing a particular flick. I can't remember the name. I think they call it a butterfly flick or something like that. He always used to do it, and he always used to do it all the time with us, and you can see it coming. That's a standout moment. I need a ball, a lot of courage, and I need to be double jointed to produce the flick that George used to do. It was almost like for those in the game that understand, it was almost like a Ronaldinho type pass. George was doing that before Ronaldinho did it. He was doing this sort of flick where you look one way, he passed the ball the other way.